I joined an FLL team in grade 7, but I had been doing Lego Mindstorms robotics for a while, and I had done programming with like Raspberry Pis and online since I was like about 10. So until I was started doing FLL, I was pretty already in the programming space, and that's kind of why I joined FLL, because I wanted to use that experience in the real world. And then once I was done with FLL, in grade 8, I decided, oh, I heard there's a bigger robotics team, the next step up from FLL, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like the Vex things and stuff like that. But doing more research into it, I realized it was full-on big robots, and that was a very cool idea. So I joined my community's FRC team, which is, instead of being related to a school, it's just people in the community coming together as on programming. Outside of robotics, I do cross country, and I also do Players, which is SCH's theater program. And I also do a lot of different art stuff, like just with media and video and animation and stuff like that. Aside from all like the technical stuff, like programming and how to do mechanical stuff and all the video and animation skills that I've learned through my FRC teams, the biggest, most important skills is how to work with and manage like a very large team. Like, sure, we do like group projects in school, but it's like 4 people. Being on an FRC team and working with 30, or well, on my old FRC team, like 60 people, it's a lot of work to collaborate and communicate and manage different projects. I think also just kind of resilience. Build season is difficult. It's a few weeks of very, very hard work and staying up, and being able to push through that is definitely an amazing skill. A very intense moment, I guess, kind of inspiring moment. It's not as big as other people probably, as other people's stories probably have been, but on the last competition before COVID hit with my old team, it was someone walking by tripped and spilled their drink in the pits, which went everywhere on the ground, water everywhere, and my team and a few other teams whose pits were nearby very quickly mobilized to just get as many paper towels as possible and help this one person who had tripped and spilled their drink. And I think it just kind of speaks to how much of a community First is. It's just like a case study, I guess, into how much we really just help each other, as small as it might seem. Some advice for students just starting out in FIRST robotics is find what you want to do and don't really, maybe sometimes, but don't feel like you have to do something else unless you're told to. You may, especially to like the non-technical teams who, it doesn't feel like as big as like building the robot. Like the work you're doing is important, and the work you're doing is helping your own skills, and having something that motivates you to come very late in the day to robotics, whether that be programming like a single class on the robot or working on the script for the chairman's essay. It's all of that is important, and whatever you want to do, you should just do that. I wasn't really on this team for that long. The year I joined was the COVID shutdown year where we weren't really doing much. So I can't really say like I had a good. I have a memorable moment of a mentor like while doing robotics, but since the school has like an engineering program, I definitely have. And since all of the mentors are teachers, I definitely have that experience with working with them outside of robotics. With Mr. Randall, I last year I was working on a MIDI ukulele, and one of the biggest challenges was figuring out how to do pressing down on the fingers, and it was just a good experience to debate, I guess, or toss ideas back and forth with someone who is very knowledgeable in, electronics and stuff like that, and being able to, like, with the robot, you have to know a lot for that. And being able to have, like, someone to toss ideas around with, even if it wasn't for the robotics team, was very nice. I do plan to major in a STEM field, probably computer science or engineering, possibly dual majoring with electronic arts or media arts, because I've really found a love for both through FIRST. I mean, I had done computer science in the past, and through FIRST I kind of found my love for like media and the intersection between art and technology, and that's kind of like the area that both of those are the area that I wish to explore. I would say the three words that best describe my experience would be go to Worlds, because I've managed to miss Worlds a lot. I was only went to one Worlds, and then the second time my team went to Worlds, I was like, oh, I had a theater commitment, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I'm already committed to this. I'll just go to Worlds in the future, and then,